What up? What up? What up? I almost said happy birthday. I guess it's someone's birthday. Oh, wow. For real, it's my dad's birthday. Wow. I thought about that today, but just now it hit me. He passed away a few years ago. And man, I should share before these 30 days are up on what I did the minute that I found out he was dying. It's a moment that just sticks out to me. That was powerful, and a friend of mine actually had me write the lessons I learned from my dad. So I wrote those out and was able to share. So hey, it's his birthday. Love you, Dad. And it's interesting today. Wanted to talk about surrender to win, and I guess that's kind of like chill the F out, trust your higher power, don't burn stuff down. Surrender to win. I need to surrender my hair to win. That's what I need to do. That stuff's crazy. Surrender to win, man. I woke up today and I read a little journal devotion. This might end up being a little spiritual today. And I read this devotion. It just really, really made me think about it. And one of my good friends, he actually wrote a book called Great Leaders Live Like Drug Addicts. And I'm going to show this to you here, because if you want to see something cool, I think this is it. And I'm so excited. I get to share my screen here because, as you know, that just makes me so happy. So my buddy, he did a TED Talk, which is pretty cool. Let's see, is this going to work? Boom, look at that. This is my buddy Mike Brody Waite. Is this going to turn off? And his talk is Great Leaders Do It, Drug Addicts Do. It was filmed here in Nashville. Bunch of views. It's really, really cool. It's a regular TED Talk, and then it's 15 to 20 minutes. But he also, so this is a little plug for Mike. As you know, I got to talk about a book. So Mike, is this going to work? Boom. He actually wrote a book called Great Leaders Live Like Drug Addicts. So I've read this book, as you can imagine, and it's really good. And I first heard the term surrender to win from Mike, and he applies it. What he does is, so he's in recovery. That's where I met him. I'm in 12-step recovery. And, he said, look, basically he learned how to live and how to surrender to win dealing with drug recovery. And he's also led a number of companies and sales teams, and he led one to a really nice exit. And so he talks about how part of his success was surrendering to win and kind of taking the mask off, so to speak. Because the thing is, when you're addicted to drugs and you want to quit and you can't, and you're used to lying and all that, the way to win is you just gotta be kind of bare naked, just kind of bare your soul. Look, this is who I am. This is what I'm thinking. And one of the cool things is, in recovery, if it's a good recovery, then you've got a safe place to do that. But anyway, surrender to win. He talks a lot about, hey, what can I control? What can I not control? And focus on that. Another little plug for him. He's got a website, michaelbrodyweight.com, and there's 4 masks that he's kind of found. Here's one: I say yes when I could say no. Another is hiding my unique perspective. And what's the other one? There's 2 others. And so if you want to find out what mask you are, he's got a nice little quiz that you're wearing. And then he's got a free and paid little membership where you can learn about kind of your mask and basically how to take the recovery and kind of, the courage to like show up into business. And so anyway, it's pretty badass. I'm a huge fan of it. I'm part of it. I pay money for it. Meet once a month with some other folks, and we talk about, we go through this process for the mask. And so mine this month is, I avoid uncomfortable situations, conversations. That's what I don't like. So let me see. That was a tangent, and I liked it. So hopefully you liked it too. How do I stop sharing? I always forget. Boom! I'm back. One of the things that I read, I loved this. So part of surrender to win is realizing I've got shortcomings. I've got ways to view the world that aren't really effective anymore. And I probably don't even know how to look at it different. So I had this thing happen one time. I'm going to type this out. This is the funniest thing, I think. Let's see. Is this going to work? The planner's peanut meditation. So this happened probably, I don't know, probably about 3 years ago. I was practicing this meditation. I was sitting on the couch, and I was doing like these breathing things like Wim Hof will do. And I love it. I got all tingly and all that. And so I'm doing this meditation, and I just have this thought in my head, because I was going through this like super tough time. I was getting clean from drugs, and it was not easy. And there's a big boat outside. It's so loud. Anyway, so I'm going through this time, and I had this picture in my head. The planner's peanut guy, like he was around me, and from the very top, it like ripped it in two, and there's this like little baby red-skinned me, and that stuck with me, because what that meant to me was like I had all this way of being, and I was being ripped from top to bottom, and there was going to be like a new little me in there. And that's what I was doing. I was learning a new way to live. And so with that, hopefully this is a good segue. We'll see. I read this thing that said, talking about surrendering to win, and this just really stuck out to me. As I let go of my shortcomings and I find their influence waning, I'll notice that a loving God replaces those defects with quality attributes. So why that stuck out to me is like the way that I see the world currently. Like what I do because I think, it makes sense to me, right? And when I'm trying to do something new, and I'm trying to do a bunch of new stuff right now, like I'm scared, because I'm learning a new way to do things. Like the old way's not working anymore. But damn, it's scary to move to the next one. Like I don't even know what to do. Like I don't know what the next step is. And what I love about this quote is I fall back, and there's got to be a loving higher power that's going to replace what I give up with things that are beneficial. That's going, I'm giving up the negative, and I'm getting beneficial. So, and it goes, I'm giving up fear, and I'm getting courage. I'm giving up selfishness. I'm getting generosity. I'm giving up my delusions of grandeur. One of my coaches, Papa Joe, when I first met him, he told me I had delusions of grandeur, and it was 100% true. But, I give up those delusions for real self-honesty, self-acceptance. And part of that is, hey, you know what? I've got shortcomings, and I live the way I live because I think it's best. And when I want to go forward, I don't even know how to go forward. And so that's today's kind of surrender to win. What I'm thinking, and kind of what I did my little private work. I love it. And one thing that occurred to me was, if I can find it, what I'm really surrendering to is courage, and open to, because courage is required to be in this present moment in a brand new way that I've never done before. I'm not relying on past habits, how I viewed the world. Like, this is a brand new moment, and what I've done in the past hasn't worked, and I'm wanting to do something new. So the only thing that I can do is be present, chill out, trust that there's a loving, caring higher power that's going to, replace my past things that didn't work with things that are going to work. So, love you guys, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow, hopefully. See you soon. Adios, muchachos.